On this edition of A Taste of New York, we're celebrating a name that has defined flavor for generations, Kikkoman. Let's visit with Chef Khan here at Hutang as she creates inspired recipes using Kikkoman's Teriyaki creations, where heritage meets modern taste, and every bite tells a story.
Our restaurant is called Hutang. We are serving northern Chinese food. I personally love Kikkoman's soy sauce. And also the teriyaki sauce, which is this one, the original one. So I would just, if I'm home and just making like a really quick marinade, I would just, pour this sauce into any meat that I'm available and marinate it overnight. And then the day after, I can just saute it very easily. That's going to come out very yummy. But this is also the first time for me to using this teriyaki sauce for a dessert. I'm so excited about the outcome for you. It's a cheesecake, so I'm gonna make the base of the cheesecake first, and then the base need to be set in the fridge for like at least 20 minutes. So I'm gonna make that first and then put it into the fridge and then let it set. And then also there is a dressing that's served with the cheesecake, which is the teriyaki caramel. And after, I make the cheesecake base, and then we pour the base into the cookie crumb base that I previously made, and let it set in the fridge overnight. That kind of like order thing. So I'm gonna do these 3 recipes first for using the original teriyaki marinade sauce. We have the butter in the pot, and we put it on the stove, put it on high heat, and we just let it cook, let it bubble in. So this is the brand cookie that you can easily buy from the store. Just pour it over the cookies. Stir it. Now we're going to set the base for the cheesecake. I'm just using a tool to kind of like spread it out, because this needs to be set in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. And then we're going to move on to make the caramel sauce using the original teriyaki marinade sauce to make the teriyaki caramel. We're gonna start with the hot milk. We have heavy cream here, milk, a little bit glucose syrup. We already have the glucose syrup in the pot. We just need to add sugar, a little bit salt, and scrap vanilla bean. The milk and heavy cream is already boiled. We're going to cover with a piece of plastic wrap to just keep it warm. So we're going to move on to making the cheesecake base. For the cheesecake bake, firstly, we're going to bloom some gelatin sheet in the cold water. You can set aside. Now it's a mixing, like you just need to mix everything. So we have the tofu, silken tofu, cream cheese, sugar. And we put it on the blender. You're going to blend it at low speed first, and then just slowly higher your speed of the blender. All right, now we're going to move on the liquid part. So we have our house-made soy milk. You can go ahead to use the store-bought soy milk. So now we're going to put it in the microwave, heat it up. So I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to add the gelatin sheet inside of it. Melt the gelatin. Now we're going to drizzle into the cheesecake base. Pretty much done. Let's check out the texture. The cookie crumb. The mold out here. And we just go ahead to pour everything. Get rid of the bubbles. And now we can move it back to the fridge overnight. After overnight, you can enjoy it. So for the teriyaki sauce caramel, I like to put 10% of the teriyaki sauce into the caramel. So make sure before you use it, you shake it very well. I have 100 grams of the caramel here, so I'm gonna scale 10 grams of the marinated sauce. And it's gonna be the drizzle for the cheesecake. So now it's our time to serve the cheesecake. So I have a slice that already set completely from yesterday. I like to put a a little bit heavy cream on the top of the cheesecake. And then we powder some toasted soybean powder on the top.
This is so good. The sweet and salty balance is better than any cheesecake I've ever had. This is astonishing.
For over 300 years, Kikkoman has honored the artistry of Japanese cooking, blending time-tested tradition with an uncompromising commitment to quality. Their sauces are more than just condiments. They're culinary essentials, trusted by chefs and home cooks around the world. Now, Kikkoman introduces the Teriyaki Takumi Original and the Kikkoman Teriyaki Marinade and Sauce. The Takumi series, named for the Japanese word meaning artisan, offers a bold, rich flavor and a velvety texture that perfectly glazes meat, seafood, and vegetables.
So we're going to make the snow skin mooncake, right? Okay, we have the ingredient wheat starch, machiko, which is glutinous rice flour, and regular rice flour with a little bit of sugar. So we're gonna just mix all the dry, whisk everything up. We're adding our milk and condensed milk as a sweetener. Now we just mix everything together from the center and make sure all the dry blended into the liquid. And now we're going to strain it. Just make sure the texture is going to come out really smooth. You want to put a piece of the plastic wrap on the top and poke some hole. Just let the steam out. So we're going to put it into the steamer for half an hour. So here I'm having 100 grams. So before you use it, the same, you're going to shake it very well. Then you add a little bit. I just use a spatula to break it down. Now we're making the black sesame ganache. The chocolate I use for this recipe is caramelized milk chocolate. It's called Camellia. So we start with the milk base. We're gonna put the cream, sesame seed, sesame paste, and a pinch of salt. We're gonna bring it to a boil. Once it's a boil, we're going to pour it over the chocolate. So after this, we can start wrapping the mooncake. I like to let it sit a little bit for a couple minutes before I blend it. I have a snow skin mooncake dough, which is already have the oil needed into it. Now we are ready to wrap. Now we're gonna blend the ganache. So we kind of like emulsify the chocolate into the cream. This black sesame ganache is done. It should be in the fridge for at least 4 hours. Now we have our snow skin ready with the black sesame ganache and the hawthorn candy with the teriyaki sauce. And we're ready to wrap the mooncake. This mooncake has 2 different types of fillings. I'm gonna wrap the teriyaki hawthorn candy into the black sesame ganache. So the hawthorn teriyaki candy is already inside the black sesame ganache. Now we're gonna ready to wrap the snow skin mooncake. First, you're gonna flatten out your snow skin dough. If you feel your hand is a little bit sticky, you just pinch a little bit glutinous rice flour in your hand. Then now the side of the dough, just make it as round as possible. So now you're going to pick one filling, put it in the center, upside down, and wrap it up. And roll it around, and then you put it into the rice flour to just make it non-stick before you mold it with the snow skin mooncake mold. Now we're going to start molding the mooncake. So we put the dough inside the mold. All right, you're gonna secure it, make it stable on the table, and then you press down.
A special thank you to Kikkoman and to our talented chef for bringing these bold, flavorful recipes to life. To learn more about Kikkoman Teriyaki Takumi Original and Kikkoman Teriyaki Marinade and Sauce, and to explore more recipe inspiration, visit KikkomanUSA.com. From timeless tradition to modern taste, Kikkoman continues to bring extraordinary flavor to every table.